Welcome to Plant-Based Large Family. We took a couple weeks off, or 3 weeks off, to have the baby and recover from the baby. And since we've taken off from school as well for these couple weeks, or these several weeks, the kids have gotten some weeding in for me. So you can see, if you have been watching these videos, that used to be a full patch of zinnias. That's all pulled up. Right here we have adzuki beans that kind of died out from just well, I planted them in the spring, but also from the heat of the summer, but they're kind of coming back. But we went ahead and harvested all the ones that had dried, and they're drying a little bit longer. Well, let me show you these as well, and lima beans as well. If you've been watching the videos, you know that this patch doesn't do very well. I'm just kind of trying to build up the soil, and while I'm doing that, I'm just planting beans. We didn't have enough to come up that we were able to eat them, but I wanted to go ahead and save the seed so I didn't waste that seed. So we've gotten plenty of seed from that. We're letting it dry a couple more days inside, and then we will put the seeds in a jar and save them for next year. We're cleaning out this patch. These were the carrots I showed you that I had planted. These are my fall carrots. I would have loved to have planted more, but I was way too pregnant to want to plant any more, so we will not have the fall harvest that I would like. Okay, since the weather has cooled a little bit, the tomatoes are picking up. The peppers are not getting sun scalded quite as badly, and the eggplants are producing a little bit more as well, so that's nice. And when I say cool, well, this week's in the 70s, but it's been basically in the 80s for a while. We are still harvesting plenty of raspberries and strawberries. I think I just planted the peas a little too early because this whole thing was peas, and they've obviously, a lot of them have died out, but that they are flowering. Let's see. My son's been picking them and eating them, so I don't have any video of like peas that we've all eaten because he's just been picking them and eating them himself, my 6-year-old. So at least we have some. Sweet potatoes are still looking great. Oh, look! This is the section I planted, if you remember, where I planted lettuce and spinach and nothing came up. Well, apparently, lettuce did come up, so that's nice. But I was going to say, I think maybe next week, I'm going to give myself another week to recover a little bit. And then I think next week I'll probably plant this section with some more spinach and lettuce. I mean, it's only beginning of October, so I think, I don't know, our first frost is mid-October, but maybe I can get everything to grow a little bit and then cover it some, and we can still have some spinach. Spinach is pretty fast growing, so we can probably still have some spinach. Are harvesting quite a bit of green beans. Our fall green beans always do better than our spring and summer in the respect that I don't have to put down any DE or anything like that. You can see there are no holes. You can see this trailing vine. This is cucumbers. We're getting a couple cucumbers. That's awesome. So this peach tree bit the dust this summer. It is about 11 years old. It's always done well, and something happened, and I have no idea what it is. But even though it is about 11 years old, we've never gotten peaches off of it. We've gotten peaches, but they've been worm infested. So I think I'm just going to chop it down this winter and plant another apple tree. And I don't think I'm going to plant another apple tree right away. I think I might wait a year or so I can wait for the trunk to fully decompose and I can pull that up. But then I think I'm going to plant another apple tree. That one obviously needs to be pruned, but next year I should get a good amount of apples since we have our fence up and I'm not going to have deer stealing my apples. But underneath the peach tree I had onions that I planted this spring, and I said, oh no, they all died this summer. Well, they've come back, so I don't know if it was just too hot and the fall weather has helped the ones that I thought died back come back, but they're obviously not big enough to harvest. But what do you think? Do you think I should cover them, and see if they'll make it through the winter, or I'm not sure what I should do. We're still eating the big haul of watermelon, and these are just kind of little watermelon. I'm not even sure. Well, that one looks pretty ripe, but and we have some cantaloupe as well. These might just be thrown to the chickens. I'm not sure. You see over there, we got 2 loads from the mulch guys, the tree trimmers, and we told them, just keep bringing it. We love it, so hopefully they will, because the next thing to do around the first frost, because we're not going to do it right now because we still have plenty of strawberries, but around the first frost, we need to go ahead and clean out the chicken coop. I do it about twice a year. And put down chicken manure on this strawberry bed and all around the apple tree on that strawberry bed. And then we take the mulch and we cover it up with the mulch just enough so that it'll just lie down, not to bury it. It doesn't take very much to get the leaves to lie down. And then in the spring, the ones that are nice and strong will come back, and the ones that are old will die underneath the mulch and become more compost. So we learned that from Paul Gauchi in the Back to Eden Garden. Our basil plants are doing beautifully. I hate that they're going to die back. I just wish it would be a perennial type of thing. But if anyone has ever made their basil plants into perennials, by letting them go to seed and drop their seed, let me know, because I will totally do that. This is our biggest one, but we have 3 others that are smaller, and I could just let those go to seed. But we've been enjoying our pesto sandwiches with tomatoes and just eating the basil and putting it in our spaghetti sauce. So that's been awesome. I love it. I'm definitely going to be doing basil from now on. Okay, well that is our garden, our Back to Eden garden in early October, 1st of October, in eastern North Carolina, zone 7B. I'll see you, I'm not promising I'll see you next week, but I will see you soon. Have a great week.